Hey y'all, my name is Mallory Paulino from SAHMallorie. I post all kinds of homemaking and cleaning content, and today's video is a super easy and very healthy meal prep video. And I know this is a little bit different than my normal cleaning video, but I figure it has to do with homemaking. So let me know how you feel about this type of video, like cooking and meal prep type videos. I don't know if that's something y'all are into or if you're just here for cleaning content. So let me know in the comments below what you prefer, just cleaning or maybe a little bit of variety. This was my first time ever meal prepping before. I'd always wanted to try it, but I didn't know how difficult it would be. It seemed kind of difficult, even though it'd be easier in the long run. So I never tried it before until now, and it was so easy. I'm sharing two different meal plans, and they were so easy to make. It took maybe an hour for both of them. So it was super easy to make, and they're really good actually, and they're pretty healthy for you too. Having these lunches prepared ahead of time has been so great, and I've been loving it. The first meal we're going to be making today is a cheesy chicken, broccoli, and cauliflower rice dish. But before we start cooking, I'm going to wash out these meal prep containers because I just got them from the store the day before this. Now I'm going to start taking out all the ingredients I need. For this dish, I'm going to need broccoli, cauliflower, mozzarella cheese, however you pronounce that, and I have some frozen pre-grilled chicken that I like to use because it's super easy and I don't have to cook the chicken myself. So we're going to get those out and lay those out. Then I'm gonna come over here and get the pepper, olive oil, and salt out too. So you'll see me looking at my phone probably a lot throughout this video because I typed out everything I needed to do in the notes section, because if you know me, you know that I am very much a list person. I have to put everything in a list or I won't know what I'm doing. So I saw on my list I needed a pan for this meal, and this was actually the wrong pan. I needed like a normal stovetop pan, but we're gonna use this pan for the next meal anyways. And you'll see a pack of Ritz crackers that has been opened and smashed all over the floor. Literally not even 5 minutes before I started filming this, I had the kitchen spotless and squeaky clean, and then Elijah wanted to come sit on the counter with me to help me cook, and he got into a pack of Ritz crackers and smashed them, and crumbs were absolutely everywhere. So that's why you'll see Ritz crackers, because I didn't even bother cleaning it back up before I filmed this. But as you can see right here, I'm really struggling with this cauliflower. I've never actually prepared my own fresh cauliflower before, so I don't even know if I'm doing this right. I probably look ridiculous right now, but I'm gonna try my best to get that cut up, and I'm gonna rinse it off real quick, and then we're going to put it into a blender to get it to a more rice-like consistency. I'm using our NutriBullet, so all of the cauliflower wouldn't fit all at once, so I have to do it in 3 different rounds, and I just go and dump what I just blended into the pan and then go finish blending up the rest and do that 3 separate times, but hey, it worked. And here I was trying to video and then unscrew this lid with one hand, and it was not working at all, clearly. So I had to put the camera down and screw it with both hands, and then we're gonna pick it back up and finish dumping it in, and then go finish blending up the rest of the cauliflower. And I'm going to add some salt and pepper to this, and then I'm going to keep mixing it until it is a light brown color. Now that that looks done, I'm going to start scooping it into some of the meal prep containers, and right here I didn't realize that I was completely out of the frame, but I kind of fixed the angle here in a second and it doesn't get a ton better, but it's a little bit better than before. Now I'm going to cut up the broccoli, and then we're going to move that over to saute it, and this actually turns out to be not near enough broccoli, so in a second I'm going to grab another head of broccoli and we're going to cut that up too. And this is where I see that this is not near as much broccoli as I was wanting, so I'm going to go grab another head of broccoli and cut that up and add it to the pan. Then we're going to season it with some garlic salt and olive oil and saute that. my broccoli to be slightly on the mushy side with still a little bit of firmness to it. So now that it's at the consistency that I want it to be, I'm going to go ahead and scoop it into the containers, and then we're going to move over and I'm going to start putting some of that pre-cooked chicken into the containers. Then we're going to sprinkle some mozzarella cheese over the top, and then we are done with this meal. Our second meal is going to be a chicken and veggie with quinoa meal, however you want to word that. And I have tried this one and it is absolutely delicious. I've never tried quinoa before this, but I am a fan. I'm going to get out all the ingredients we need, which is obviously the quinoa, and you can use whatever veggies you like. I chose zucchini, squash, broccoli, and carrots, but you can kind of choose any veggies that taste good together. I actually forgot to preheat the oven until after I was done cutting up all the vegetables, but here is where I should have preheated the oven to 400 degrees, and then I'm going to start cutting up all the vegetables. I'm going to drizzle some olive oil on top of these veggies and then season it with some pepper and garlic salt, just like I did with the broccoli before. That's kind of my favorite to season veggies with. And once the oven is preheated, you're going to leave it in there for about 25 minutes. It kind of varies, but I left it in for probably closer to 30 minutes just because I wanted mine slightly more browned. Now we're going to work on the quinoa while the veggies are cooking. I measured out 1 cup of quinoa, and in a minute we're going to get 2 cups of bone broth. But first it says to rinse the quinoa really well, so I'm going to do that with a super fine strainer. And then we're going to boil 2 cups of bone broth in a pan, then add the quinoa and let that simmer for about 15 minutes. And it worked out perfectly because this was done at just about the same time as the veggies got done. Alright, now we're going to get the bone broth boiling, and once that's boiling, we're going to add the quinoa, reduce the heat, cover it, and let simmer for, like I said, about 15 minutes. And for some reason, I lost a lot of the footage of the veggies being done, but like I said, that got done at almost exactly the same time as the quinoa did, but I lost the footage of me getting it out of the oven and into our little meal prep containers, but you get the hint anyways. Now that we've skipped ahead, we've got the quinoa and veggies in the containers. We're going to sprinkle some of the chicken on top of that, and that's all for this meal too. And that's going to wrap up this video. These meals were super easy to cook, like I said, and so delicious. So whether you're a stay-at-home mom just wanting an easy lunch to grab for yourself and the kids, or you want to send some lunch with your husband, or if you yourself need some easy lunches to take to work, these were perfect and so delicious. So I really hope you enjoyed this video, even though it was a little bit different than my normal. Like I said, let me know in the comments below how you felt about this. If you liked this, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you would like to see more, and I will see you then. Bye!